Hey guys, Mike here. I thought I'd just make this little video. I am correcting some things on my system. I had my friend come over and recover all the refrigerant because, one, I had a leak down here on this fitting, which I'm about to solder. You'll see me do that. The problem was I was using the wrong type of flare connection, which was a 37-degree flare, not a 45-degree flare, so that pipe would wiggle around and it would leak. The other thing that was happening was this unit was... The load of this room is too much for the BTUs of this unit, and my suction temperature was 60 degrees, which is like 100 pounds going back to the compressor, which was overloading it. So I had to install a CPR valve, as they're called, or a compressor pressure regulator valve, and this will regulate the suction pressure back to the compressor. So I'm going to be tying that in as well. I'm just waiting on some more fittings. I'm going to come over, boom, right down. I'm going to unsweat this and then just go right down like that. This is just this is temporarily. I'm going to get a piece of metal to support this guy with. Also, this is coming off. My water regulator valve just came in. That's going to be going back on. This is just to fool around with. And I also have to order a new pressure control because that one broke on me. So those are some of the things I'm going to do. Right now I have my little exhaust system set up so the smell doesn't overtake me here in my room. But yeah, I'm going to solder this guy up and we'll get going. Alright guys, so I'm using Stay-Brite 8. All my connections on this system are Stay-Brite 8 and so far they've held, so I'm happy with that. Let's solder this guy up. And that's probably it. We'll check that connection out. You really don't need a lot of solder for these, so let that cool down and we'll check it out here. But that should be about it. Yeah, we'll see how that works. All right, guys, I just checked that out. This solder joint looks pretty good. I didn't touch it up at all after what you saw. I just took my light on my phone and like I'm doing now is exactly what I did before. So I'm just letting it naturally cool down and then I'll put the rag on it, because if you cool these down too fast you could cause temperature shock and crack the joint, which you don't want to do, and you don't need a lot of solder for these little guys. So probably cooled down enough. Put a damp rag there. Get all the excess flux off of that guy. And it'll clean up very nicely. That way you can see your joint better too once you get all that excess flux and crap off of there. And just kind of, that's it. So let me zoom in there real quick. A little too much on one side, but I know it got all the way around because it came out the bottom. And this side here. Ooh, yeah, that is nice. Looking good, looking good. Alright guys, so that's just an update on my little system, what's going on. And we'll take it, take it from here. Take it from here. You guys will see the system again once it's running. Again, I have a little more work to do. I got to drain out the water, unsweat this, put on my water regulating valve, and put that back on, connect it back up right here, and then I got to get a new pressure control. I'm also going to get a digital thermostat, and we're going to run it up here. Also, I started painting the white. This is the primer. Like I told you guys, this is going to be painted white. The pipes are going to be painted gray, so I've started doing that, and so far so good. So far so good. Alright guys, you'll probably see an update in a few months. Maybe a month or two. I'm not going to keep it that long. I'm going to, there's not a lot of work to do. So, yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. Mike out. Also, just so you can see, this is that one I had to take off, and that's the flare in there, but there's another compression thing on 37 flare connections that was preventing that flare from making a full connection. And the flare itself isn't the greatest flare. it really didn't cover that much. So the new flare I made was much better because I picked up a flaring tool in the clearance section of Home Depot 2 days ago, which was great actually. I got it on clearance, and I made a much better flare than this was, and I put the right connection on, which is a 45 degree. I also got this little tool from McMaster Carr, which is great. It's a Parker flare indicator, and you can put this in the pipe to check what type of flare you have, whether if it's a 45 or a 37. As far as I know, 37 degree flares are used in hydraulic systems, like high pressure hydraulic oil systems. 45 is usually for refrigeration. I guess you can use 37 for refrigeration, but if the flare on there is for 45 and you're trying to put on a 37, it's not going to work. So I had to correct that. That's why I had to do that. So anyway, I'm going to get this water regulator opened, and we're going to check it out. All right, Mike out.